District 10.
Um,
Where does everyone live in District 10? That's curious. I live in an apartment in District 1.
Okay, you live in Precinct 1.
Like I literally I'm pretty much paid by the Orzhov to stay pretty close.
Okay.
Because remember, Captain of the Guard.
Mm-hmm.
I probably got an apartment like within walking slash jogging distance of the office.
Um,
Okay, so Precinct 1.
since the Boars have been doing a lot of marching, I have to ask, like, have I been advised by anyone above me that the Orzhov would start kind of changing routes or moving around during enforcement hours?
Not yet.
Okay.
Is there anywhere in that's like near, like within commuting distance of the office that has like nature in it, like
Um,
a park or woods or creek or trail or
Lamau,
something?
I mean, there might be like a little like in Precinct 10, like in the Dead Bridge Chasm, you might be able to find like one or two like Golgari run like parks, but they'll be like super dark and mushroomy and kind of dead. Um, you might be able to find like one or two like corner parks where it's like a single block that's like dedicated and it's just like grass, a handful of trees, and that's like in like a swing set.
Okay.
I was about to ask, do any of those prices have any relation to the Orzhov? Because that wouldn't surprise me at all.
Okay. Dee Dee, where do your parents live?
Would it be close to the Izzet Labs?
Okay,
Maybe like within the
so
neighborhood.
within what neighborhood?
I don't know. Just whichever one they would work at. I'm not really sure what precinct that is.
Um, so that would be precinct 6, 5-ish. Um, kind of in the what's the word I'm looking for? It's the fudge, I can't think of the phrase that I'm looking for. It's blister coils.
Sounds painful.
They're actually not. It's just how they revert what they refer to the steam vents.
Um, yeah, you would probably live like near in precinct 5, kind of on the cusp of precinct 4, kind of where precinct 5, 4, 5 and 6 meet,
Mhm.
kind of near the Nivix. Um, Temerity,
Yeah.
where would you live?
Temerity would live fairly close to Selesnya headquarters, not like right up in there, but she would her family would live probably where a lot of the gardeners and other nature caretakers live around. So
Okay,
like
so
on the outskirts of headquarters, if that makes any sense.
okay, you would probably live in precinct 3.
Okay.
Okay. Um, so that's everyone that's here right now. I'm gonna assume since he started as a Simic scientist but is now a Selesnian scientist, he lives in precinct 5. Okay. So so 1, 1, 3, and 4. So I guess the only person who would notice this on their commute is Dee Dee. Give me a charisma saving throw followed by a perception check.
Alright. Are y'all in roll 20?
I am. So if you want to roll it there, that'll be beneficial.
I'll log in, but just for now, I'll use roll dice. It's quicker. Okay, charisma save is 13. I think that's what I need.
I forget what I set the DC
I wrote it
to,
down. Yeah,
but
DC 13. Yeah.
okay.
So, perception?
Yep.
24.
Yeah, you notice there are, just like you saw yesterday, there are guards, like Boros guards, like organized and moving in very tight groupings. And Temerity, give me a perception on your way to work.
Alrighty.
They look like ready for battle guards.
No, it just looks like they're paroling in various paths. You can kind of watch them for a minute as you fly to work, or as you ride in the airship to work. They just kind of, they're just kind of like making patterns in the neighborhood.
Temerity got an 8.
You don't notice anything out of the ordinary on your way to work.
Okay.
So, y'all get into the, and those are the only people who have like a long enough commute to actually notice anything. Y'all get into work. Y'all and y'all head upstairs to the bulletin board, and pinned to the bulletin board are 3 cases. The first one reads, yet again, it's the man standing in the field unresponsive. It's the Amaranth wanting to schedule a meeting to get for an escort job. Not that kind of escort. And
Security.
one that just says, one that it's not a case. It's not like typically how they look, where it's like newspaper clippings or like a file with like something written on like the side of it. It's just a slip of paper, and it says, talk to me about this case. Hyphen Valerie.
Which one is that on?
That's the bulletin. No, that's just one of the third case. That is the third case. It just says, talk to me
You just
about this case.
see. Okay. Does it have anything like attached, or is it just some fucking sticky note?
It's just a standard legal document. It's typed up, or what would be considered typed up in this timeline.
Cool. What does the legal document say? And what?
It 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 just said, it's pretty much like, good morning. When you read this, if you would like to take a case, I would need to talk privately to y'all about it. I just didn't want to have it hanging out in the open.
Ooh, top secret.
Please come
Yeah.
talk to me about this case, and I will give y'all more details.
Yeah, I
I
mean, as if our office were out in the open. I'm very curious.
literally like you just see Breb just go. Well,
Well, we gotta
okay.
start with that.
I guess this is gonna this is the high priority one. So I'm walking in.
So you
I
take the paper.
I literally just like, all right, let's hear it. What's going on?
What's Athena doing?
her eyes get real wide. She looks back and forth. She closes her blinds. You see her trace this sigil in the air over the curtains, and the curtains get really stiff and get like a metallic sheen to them. And she walks over to the door, shuts it, locks it, traces the same sigil, and the door also gets the same metallic sheen. And she sits down and goes, "Let's talk." So, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but I've gotten a couple of anonymous letters of concern from citizens about the fact that Boros and Selesnian soldiers are walking around neighborhoods.
Wait,
Seemingly,
Selesnian soldiers?
Unusual
yes,
indeed.
I saw them
Boros and
this morning.
Selesnian soldiers. You saw the Boros walking around aimlessly then.
Yeah.
Seemingly aimlessly making rounds through neighborhoods. Um, One of them tracked their daily route. They're taking the same route. Um, just walking through neighborhoods. Um, she writes down the address. She traces a sigil over it, and she says all of your names as she traces the sigil, and the piece of paper kind of gets this metallic sheen to it that like when y'all look at it, it has this metallic sheen, and she goes, "Only you five will be able to read this address. If you partake in this mission, don't don't let anyone know that you know that you're working. Just say you have the day off and you decided to walk around the market as a group for whatever reason."
What's today?
Oh god, it would be Thursday.
Thursday.
It's
Alright.
Sounds fun. We're off
it's
today,
it's
so
in
we
a
can do some team bonding or whatever.
it's in a
Thursday or Friday. Thursday or Friday, one of the two.
it's a work related holiday.
Valerie,
So
do you think this is really dangerous?
I
You seem really concerned.
we've already been there,
I
DD.
am more concerned with the fact that I'm playing both sides of the middle, where one of those sides is a goddess from another clan.
You have every right to be quite nervous.
Where have we been there?
So
I like things being organized and neat and orderly, and this is very disorganized and disorderly, and it makes me quite anxious.
you know what? It's like Brev is like kind of just like, oh great. So this is where we're going with it. I knew I was going to eventually have to have a conversation with Armin about the about how we were going to deal with the great number of Boros and Selesnya soldiers working together. I already knew it was probably going to cause problems with our enforcement lines sooner or later. And we've also began getting new recruits from the Boros, people who were afraid of being killed by their comrades. The examples start getting more and more serious. Unfortunately for Athena, I have a plan. I'm gonna have to play. It's not going to be a very clean one. I can tell you that right now. But if it gets to a point, a contingency is going to be needed. I don't even want it to get. I don't even want it to get to this point. However, if others join whatever odd alliance that Athena has concocted, we may have more trouble on our hands than it's worth.
Very good. Okay. I will see y'all this afternoon. And she snaps her fingers. The sigils appear over the curtain in the door. The curtains loosen and look like fabric again, and the door looks like wood again.
As we're walking out, Dee Dee looks around. It's like, am I missing something here? I seem to not understand anything. What's up? Where are we going?
We're
It's a
going.
market.
I showed the address to him again. It's like we're going to go for a bit of a stroll in the market today. Apparently, this address is important to what we need to do next. I'll be right back. Hang on.
Well, I was thinking that this sounds sort of similar to. Remember, we had that goat issue a long time ago.
Oh my
Refresh me.
god.
They were
Do
just
you
running around, weren't they?
do you think
Sorry,
this is a
refresh me.
okay?
Huh?
So the very first session,
Yeah.
they after session 0, the session number 1, the very first case that y'all did in character was
It
a
was like
bunch of
goats
goats walking around.
acting weird.
Do you think this is a Rakdos prank?
I don't know. It sounds familiar.
Okay, I'm back. What's going
Remind
on?
me.
Okay, so y'all head out to precinct 4.
What if they're polymorphed goats into humans?
Yeah, yeah, y'all begin walking around, um, just kind of ambling about the address that y'all were given, and you see down the road, you can see the crowd beginning to part, and you see this battalion of folks walking through. Um, they're obviously Boros. Um, and they are getting closer and closer. No one is screaming. There's no signs of pain. There's no chanting. It's just you could see them. You could see the people. Typically, that would be conversing in the bazaar, like part just to give them room to come through. And they, as they pass you, you see is leading this group is Athena and Levias.
Oh.
Not this asshole.
Okay.
I'm literally going to move out of view the moment I see Levias.
So Athena stops. She goes, "Halt!" and everyone stops, and she looks around, and she goes, "Oh, hello all. I didn't know you five shopped at this market."
Oh well, you know,
Nice
it's an
to
odd
see
little
you.
market.
How are you today?
"Oh, I'm doing just lovely. I'm assisting one of my commanders with his rounds." And you look at Levias, and Levias looks so broken. He's just staring straight forward. She puts a hand on Levias' shoulder and goes, "At ease." And he kind of loosens up. He kind of like rubs the back of his neck. And he looks at y'all, and his mouth is welded shut.
Oh.
Like literally.
Literally, like,
Oh.
well, like there is a plate welded over his fucking mouth. And
Oh.
he looks at y'all, and he nods, and he he extends a hand to be shaken.
Tamari will, of course, shake it.
Okay, you shake it, and she goes, "Oh, I." She goes, "How courteous of you, Levias, to shake the hands of common folk."
When I shake
Oh,
his
she doesn't
hand,
say common folk. She says,
how to say?
"Shake the hands of civilians."
As I shake his hand, I'm gonna try to open up a mind link with him. And I'm just gonna start with, what the fuck is going on?
You can't.
Ah. So I'm just staring into his eyes very intensely. Like in deep focus.
She is gonna roll a quick perception. So, tummy thick. Yeah, she goes, "Oh, Dee Dee, Levias here can only speak with permission. For you see, I wasn't a fan of the way he spoke to me when we
Hot.
first met, so I wasn't a fan of the way he spoke to me when we first met, so I decided that the best the best commanders are silent commanders.
Hmm.
I'm
So this is how you get respect between your soldiers.
well, he was disrespectful. Chatterbox. And all the other soldiers are still like standing at attention looking at the ground. And she just goes, "Attention." And Levias stands back at attention. And she goes, "Well, I'll be seeing you around.
Hey,
Happy
all
shopping."
before they all leave, I don't know. I don't know if I'll get anything out of this, but can I?
Okay, before wait, I want to say something real
This is
quick.
an insight check.
Mm-hmm.
Breb is going to start taking count of how many soldiers are with them.
It is a total of 8 people, so it is Athena, Levias, and 6.
Oh, good. Okay. Also, what the number? I'm gonna get after this. I'm gonna ask like how many people were in numbers with the Boros.
What do you mean?
No, there's a reason. There's a reason why I'm asking this. And
What do you
how
mean by numbers with the Boros?
how many people were with the how many how many were marching with the Boros? How often and how many?
It's typically 8 people, and
Just
it's
8 people
typically
in heavily
well, it's
populated areas.
no. In every group, there's 8 people, but there's typically 4 groups per precinct. So a total of 24 to 25.
Okay. So, all right, that's fine with me. What I'm asking is, are they heavily populated? Like, do they pick areas where there are all heavy populations?
It seems like the areas they pick are markets, places with a lot of foot travel, places like markets, shopping quarters, bazaars, places where people will go to buy supplies and sell goods, um, and to exchange goods.
So, yes, on heavily populated areas.
Yes.
Okay.
So Fahawk's question is the people who are I think I get what Levias is, but the people who are marching with Athena, currently present, do they seem like the vibe I'm trying to get off of them is do they seem like loyal soldiers enthused about their commander, or do they seem like demoralized and beaten down by something she might have some experience with and some insight into? Like, do they seem like they're there because they want to be or because they feel it's their only option?
Roll insight.
That is. Oh, yeah, yeah, just that's not great.
And then Fahak, when you get done rolling insight, something else.
I think I have an idea of what it's gonna be. Yeah, 14. That's not.
Um, you get a vibe on 2 people really. It's the 2 people directly behind Levias and Athena. They seem like pretty dead set on being a being part of the Boros.
I don't get any vibe of like how they seem to feel about Athena.
Um, it's kind of a one-to-one kind of vibe where it's like, and then Levias, not Levias, sorry, Fahak, you notice, a slip of paper has been stowed in your hand.
Ooh.
And it is like neatly folded, and you didn't notice it until now, but you assume Levias placed it there when he shook your hand.
I'll keep that in mind for when we get out of view of the kingdom.
Oh, she's blocks away.
I have one quick question.
Yes.
When I tried to reach out with my mind, I know he can't answer me, but do I get the sense that he could hear me at least?
Um, roll insight.
That's 18.
You know that you were having trouble making a connection, as if there was something stopping you from making a connection, be it magical or mundane. There was something stopping you from making this connection.
Okay. Alright, then. Never mind.
So when y'all are completely out of view, you open the paper and
I'm
it
gonna
says,
when we're out of view specifically of like no Boros, no Selesnian, no like militia people in the area.
okay, yeah. You open it and it reads the following: Someone has put a cat in my shirt, and I lost the address to the bar he drinks at. Burn down the bar, kill the cat, and salt the wound.
What the?
Oh dear. Okay, I'm gonna need to write that down.
Alrighty.
Can you read that a little bit slower?
I will post it in the chat.
Okay, that works.
I don't want to kill. What was his name? Mallory? Malou?
Levias?
No, the cat.
The cat was.
Oh,
I don't think that's the same cat.
Marga.
This is a riddle, isn't it?
You also notice that
Or
Levias doesn't wear shirts.
this is a cipher.
Oh, okay,
Mm-hmm.
definitely. Yeah, you need to put this in the chat. Okay, let's.
Roll me if you want to figure out what this is. Fudge. I guess it would be. Um, actually, let me see what it says in the player's handbook about this, because you might be able to figure it out. Because it just never gets used enough.
Kill the cat and solve the wound.
Okay. I am gonna say, give me a. Uh,
Hmm.
it would be investigation or history.
And you said you gave us all investigation proficiency?
Everyone got investigation proficiency a while back.
Great.
The only cat I would remember is a certain tabaxi.
Don't don't think about this very literally.
I joke. I joke.
Who's making that check? Faha?
I think we
Whoever
should
wants
all
to.
do this because my investigation is 3.
Yeah, let me do this too.
If I may, I'll go history.
Dee Dee, you have advantage on this check
Alright, cool.
because of your background. Okay, so we got a 14.
Also, Olivia, I'm gonna comment. That was real cute. Cute putting putting those guys in a heavily populated area like that.
Sept's just destructive wayfaring.
A 21 for me.
Okay. Brev, what is your investigation if you're rolling it?
I'll roll it. Jack shit.
Okay, so the only person who rolled high enough would be Dee. You, being a Demir operative, you've seen this kind of jargon used before. This is Thieves' Con.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
You recognize this, and then it dawns on you that you remember during one of your flying lessons, Levias mentioned that even though he started his life kind of as like a street urchin, rogue kind of dealio, he he sunk himself into becoming an investigator.
Okay, guys, this is.
I'm just telling y'all in character that he's an inquisitive rogue.
Ooh. I'll say, guys, this is thieves' camp. This is some shady shit. I think I know someone who could translate it for us, though.
Are you using your one use of I know a guy?
Sure.
So in Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica, there's actually a section where like you can have a connection to a person in your guild and a person outside of your guild, and I allow it as long as you start the sentence with I know a guy. You can create the NPC.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I know a guy.
I'm your smart player. Have an idea.
I know a guy.
I mean, I'm a shady individual, so.
So Dee, what's the guy you know?
All right, the guy's name is Shady Shank, and he's a tiefling, and he's some kind of criminal,
Okay.
some kind, but also Demir.
Okay.
Let's say he's like a gambling charlatan. He cheats at games and shit,
Okay.
that kind of
Like
stuff.
this
So
character.
y'all bumble on down to where Shady Shank hangs out in Precinct 6.
Is that racist that I made the tiefling the thief
No,
villain
not
guy?
really.
Okay.
I would say yes, but I also made a tiefling rogue. So, well, I guess he's a bard now. So, never mind.
So you go to Shady Shank's.
Shady Shank's shack.
Mm-hmm. Shady Shank Shack.
Yeah.
Shady Shank Steak Shack.
So y'all bumble on in there, and it's like this like greasy, rundown kind of place. And the guy behind the counter looks at you and goes, he says, "Sorry, no kids can come in here without a horse to ride on." And you immediately know that as code, and you know the response.
Hey! I'm here for the Shank Shack special. The the um the shark special.
He smiles and he goes,
Alliteration.
he smiles and he goes, "Oh, Dee Dee, you fucking fool! You here to see You here to see Shady?"
Yeah.
Ah, he's in the back. Go talk to him.
I'm imagining like the shadiest Jersey diner that I've ever been to.
Yeah.
And that is like they do have a decent milkshake, but they are definitely a front for the mob.
Oh, this isn't a front for the mob. This
Or
is a
the
front.
Crooked
The front,
Meatball Association?
a front for the mob would be Orzov, but they're not really a front for the mob. They're just, hey, we're the mob.
We're all.
I say, yeah, thanks, Morty. Thanks, Morty. And I'll tip him a gold coin.
We also typically don't break people's legs. Typically.
Typically.
You don't break their legs. You just turn them into ghosts. Complete difference. So you walk in the back and you see Shady playing poker. He lays his hand down. He scoops in all the chips, and one guy puts his hand on the pile and goes, "You may have a royal straight flush, but it's diamonds. I have a royal straight flush of spades." And Shady kind of looks at him and goes,
Wonder how this is gonna end.
"But you forget whose restaurant you're at." And the dude goes, what is that? And he just like falls over, and he's like twitching on the floor, and he goes, "I guess that means you fold." And he like scoops the gold towards him, and everyone else just kind of like takes a slight scoot away from Shady. And dude's like convulsing on the floor, and he coughs up a playing card, and he looks at the playing card, and the playing card says on the back of it, it has like this art of like this like tiefling holding like a dagger with like a playing card through it, and then it's a Joker, and he goes, "Shady monster, I don't know why I ever play with you. You always steal my money." And he goes, "Well, then stop playing with me." And the dude on the floor goes, "But it's too fun." And he gets up and he like gets back in his seat, and he looks up from the poker table. He looks at you and he goes, "Oh, Dee Dee,
Hey.
my underaged friend who I respect gratefully. How can I
Yeah.
help you?"
Aces
Alright, we're here for a
high.
game, first off. I pull up a chair for everybody. And we got some business.
Shady, ooh, business. Okay. Everyone else leave. And everyone else just kind of leaves. And Shady just kind of waves his hand over the table, and the cards come into a stack, and they begin shuffling themselves without him touching it. He's just kind of rolling a coin between his fingers, and he goes, "So." And then the cards deal themselves with him he's still rolling this coin in his fingers, and the cards deal themselves.
No funny business.
Well, then why am I even playing?
Smooth, quite a smooth fella you got here, Dee Dee.
He's one of my favorites.
Hey, none of yous are cops, right? You legally have to tell me if you're a cop. Wait,
No.
Dee Dee, don't you work for an investigation firm? Aren't you a cop?
We're not cops. All cops are bastards. Investigators.
I forgot.
Chief, we're not here. If even if we were, we aren't here for business.
I don't owe you money, do I?
You just see Brev lean forward. I don't know. Do you?
He kind of chuckles and he goes, "Hey, if you don't have the paperwork saying I owe you money, then I don't owe you money. Anyway."
It's like I'm just pointing out that once again, if I was here for any of this wouldn't be so cordial. And he leans back in the chair.
That's Brev. He's a joy. Trust me. You just gotta get used to the rough edges. And the rough insides, too.
He's like a cube made of concrete.
Yeah. Or like a porcupine.
26.
26 what?
What?
26 times someone's called me a fucking cube of concrete.
Oh,
Apologize. I did
Temerity
not.
is laughing a little harder than she was trying to not be noticed.
assuming that was an inside joke.
I see. I have one of my lovely cousins at the table, and he stops.
Uh,
He stops rolling the coin, and he looks. He looks at you, and he goes, "What what ancestry do you hail from?" And he goes back to rolling the coin as the cards are still being shuffled and dealt.
out
What
of
kind of
character.
tiefling are you?
Oh shit.
What subrace? Are
Shit,
you just tech? Are you just a player handbook tiefling?
I was just a player handbook tiefling.
Okay, well, it's Asmodeus.
Asmodeus then.
Or in character, you can just be like, I don't know, I'm just a fucking tiefling.
Yeah, yeah, I'll do that. No, I won't be rude. I'll just be like, tiefling, demonic. Hi.
You don't know your infernal ancestry? Listen, friendo, you gotta get in touch with your ancestry. You gotta get in touch with your ancestral roots.
I think that's a
All
question
right.
for.
I'll think about it.
I think that's a question for Granny Temerity later.
Story time.
Just hearing Temerity groan at the suggestion.
Anyways, here's my friend Faha. She's got something I think you'll find interesting.
Oh, what is it?
Trust me, she's the more pleasant of the two of us.
Cool with that. And she hands over the note.
There is a cat in my shirt. I have lost the address to the bar where he drinks at. Burn down the bar, kill the cat, solve the wound. It's thieves' camp.
Yeah, we got this from a possible brainwash case. Definitely a silenced, in distress person.
Well, yeah, that's what it means.
Well, what does it mean?
Oh, I always forget, DD. You're a bit under the bar when it comes to being a proper criminal.
I'll get there.
So someone's put a cat in my shirt. It means I have been silenced. Pretty much, if someone cuts your tongue out, you write a letter saying someone put a cat in my shirt. I lost the address to the bar means I don't remember anything. I don't remember this thing happening. So if I write you, hey, remember that one time I put a cat in your shirt and you went, I lost the address to the bar, is pretty much I silenced him. He doesn't remember it happening. Burn down the bar means burn down and then the noun from the previous sentence pretty much means this is urgent and I need your help. Kill the cat means help me speak again. You kill and then the noun from the previous sentence means get rid of the thing that ails me. It's pretty literal. Salt the wound means help me even if it hurts me.
Oof.
So even if
Really
even
desperate.
Played off his mouth.
even if you hurt him, help him get his memory back. This is pretty deep shit.
Does that mean we have to go back to the underworld?
I start pondering if there's like Brav starts pondering if there's a way he can get enforcers to pick Levias off in the street.
You can talk. You can talk to Armin about it.
Maybe if we grab one of them, we could figure out what's wrong with him and, do a test run. And then we get Levias alone.
You also have to realize, DG, that he may not be under control of his own body. So if he attempts to resist, we're dealing with something that's completely unpredictable.
Well, maybe he had enough faculties about him to slip us this note.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that this isn't also a ploy by Athena.
That's
I wonder.
possible.
Oh, sorry, that's out of character. I wonder if I can talk to Agatha Marquis and see if she knows something. She generally seems to be on the lookout for conspiracy or things not being right.
If anything, Agatha would be interested in, would be interested in assisting us because having the Boros and Selesnya just walking around 24/7, even if they were even in such an infantile stage with small numbers in large populations, it's still going to raise the eyebrow of a reporter. So of course, and it also stands to reason that Agatha, when she was approached by Athena, was completely convinced as well.
Okay.
Mm.
So here's how. Okay, so we want to talk to Armin, and then so y'all are playing the game of poker, and uh, Shady goes, "Look, well, if you if I lost my memory, I mean, we're the ones who probably did it, you know."
It's true. If anyone is able to fix them, it would probably be someone in my circle.
But that's also presuming. Hmm. You first.
And
You first.
all of you remember what happened when y'all drank from the River Nimacine about, and y'all remember the case that you were looking into.
We do.
Um, at the discussion of memories, y'all remember the memories that were stolen from y'all. Of that, you going to find a case of missing people with Alzheimer's.
Hmm.
So you have right now the potential leads to figure out where to go on this case are y'all can talk to Armin, y'all can talk to Agatha, and y'all can talk to Valerie about this case that y'all remember doing, but that y'all obviously did but don't remember doing.
Does, just a question: does anybody here have diamond dust?
What the hell is diamond dust?
I think it's dust from a diamond.
Yeah, literally just dusted diamond,
Okay.
and by that I mean a greater restoration component thing.
Mm.
Um,
Are you presuming that the that what ails Levias is a curse?
It's possible. Um, so I can cast
so
modify memory, so I would know how to fix it, and I'm pretty sure greater restoration does.
Hmm.
Oh, remove curse does too, actually.
so you start talking about diamond dust,
Yeah.
and Shady pulls out a bag of diamond dust and goes, "Care to play for it?"
Huh. I don't usually like to gamble on important matters, but
It's just a rule of thumb with me. I don't bother gambling.
all right, you're on.
Okay. Okay. Dee Dee, you are gonna roll um a D4 and a D12 5 times. You know what? No, I gotta make this simpler. This will be strictly luck. Roll a percentile. He he even he even rolls up his sleeves, shuffles the cards by hand, and goes, and I won't do any common trickery for it. And he deals between the two of y'all. Roll per.
Here we go. Oh, 93.
I wish I could show y'all this roll somehow.
Oh,
Oh,
is it 100?
You can tell
lay
us.
down. You lay down and you have a straight. You're like, boom, got it. It's a straight flush even. All the same suit. 6 through 10. And he chuckles and he lays down a full straight 7 through 7 through Jack. And he goes, I'll give you one more chance, double or nothing.
Fine. But this time, out of character, I'm gonna try to cheat.
Oh, how are you gonna try to cheat?
I don't fucking trust this dude. So, what are we? We're playing poker?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Shit, I don't really have any illusions. I'm gonna try to
If you're
stealthily charm him.
Here's an idea, DD. If it's not
Yeah.
your, if it's more to your strong suit, play. It might be better. It might be better to outwit him with your own hands rather than your magic.
I don't know how though. If he's dealing. Oh no! I'll grab the deck of cards and say my turn to deal,
Ooh,
and I'll try to
okay.
do sleight of hand.
Roll sleight of hand.
Which I'm honestly not very good at, but
Are you good at lying?
yeah.
Do you have? Is there a chance in this game to bluff?
I mean, if
If it's
you
just
roll a high enough deception, you could get him versus his insight, you could get him to fold.
To
And if he
fold?
folds, he loses.
Oh, that's definitely the best option then. I'll try that. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is like Texas Hold'em kind of thing.
Yeah. Or it would be 5 card draw.
Okay. I'm definitely gonna use that silver tongue ability.
Okay, roll the deception.
It's like there's a little glimmer in my eyes of magic, and 24. I got you beat, Shady. Don't even try. It's close.
He looks at you, looks at your hand. Roll percentile and add the 24.
All right. Plus 24. All right. 60.
88. Well, wait, what? Oh, it's fully added. Fuck.
I ain't one to fold. Let me see what you ain't one to fold, but here's what I got. Full house. You have a flush. You
Oh,
have
that works, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, you have a 4 of a kind, which wins.
Oh,
Hang
yeah.
on, let me see what's right above a full house because you rolled without the deception. You rolled a 36. He rolled a 31. So you would pretty much be like right above him with what you have.
I do think it is a flush right above full house. It's like straight full house and then flush.
There's full house and then flush. So, no. The the best thing. So from the bottom up is you have a high card, which means you have nothing. Then you have a pair. Then you have 2 pair. Then 3 of a kind. Then a straight. Then a flush. Then a full house. Then 4 of a kind.
Okay.
Then a straight flush. Then a royal flush.
So I got a 4 of a kind.
Yeah.
Did I have to cheat to get that?
No.
Oh, okay. Not
But
that I would care.
he folds. He goes. All I had were 2 pairs.
Sorry, Shady. Better luck next time.
And you grab the bag of diamond dust and you leave with your information.
Just curious, is it enough for 1 cast of Greater Restoration?
I'll give you 2 cast. He did say double or nothing.
Okay. Um, I'll tip him like 60 gold because that was a really good deal. Gotta stay on good terms with her. That thieves.
Oh, Shady. Before I leave,
Yes.
what's do you know your enforcer's name?
My enforcer?
Yes. Like
What
what
character? What are you asking?
I'm asking what his district enforcer is. Like who goes for payments?
Oh, you mean
Who does he
you
owe
mean
money to is what
Schmuck?
I'm asking, because I'm sure that's the case.
I don't. He goes. I don't really know the enforcers. I'm not one to owe money to people.
Well, do you know if they're under a certain Armin Karlov or not?
Armin Karlov? Oh yeah, you got the same name as his schmuck. Oh, you are his schmuck enforcer. I'm so sorry for calling you a schmuck and a block of cement. Would you like a
I'll
free
pretend.
drink and a
It's
steak from the
okay.
bar?
I'm calling a block of cement.
I
He's
heard.
smiling very awkwardly because when you mentioned Armin Karlov, he realized who you were, and he just kind of is smiling awkward because he's like, anything you would like, Mr. Koyan. Please help yourself at the bar.
Just a favor later.
Absolutely. Anything just to make sure you don't come in here busting up me or my men.
No, I think the diamond dust was payment enough. Consider your month covered.
Well, I mean, I don't owe money to you or your men, but some of my men owe money to your boss, so.
What's up?
He just goes, I don't owe money, but some of my associates owe money to your boss, so.
Well, we'll make it difficult then. Just run my name by the next time you're talking to either the secretary or you're talking to one of the enforcers, and
Absolutely.
and tell them. And hold on. Liquid and tell my the phrase liquid gold trickles downward.
Okay.
You'll you'll get the month off for rent.
Okay. So, um, so those are the 3 hooks y'all told me that y'all want to follow. So, what do y'all want to do first?
Um, I realized something, and I want to realize it in character when there's an appropriate moment to do so, because I think it'd be cool. So, like,
Okay.
once we step out.
Yeah,
Wait,
y'all
wait.
step out.
Do y'all remember the old woman?
The old woman?
Which one?
Right. The one you can see.
The ghost.
Right. Well, that's not important. Before I go bother Agatha or anyone else, how do we deal with a goddess? If not with another goddess? I'm gonna go find her.
Wait, do we have another goddess?
She got it?
The old woman. She said she was a goddess. She
Oh.
Wait, what?
might be crazy.
Wait, what old woman said that she was a goddess?
You, I thought you said like the very first ghost Temerity saw was based off of like priest of forgotten god. Oh no, she was a priestess. My bad.
Yeah.
But that means she's
Still,
close to a god.
yeah, no. Okay, so like replace all the following with priestess.
Well, Dee Dee has a god.
Yeah.
Could we use that one?
I'm pretty close
Um,
to the traveler, but
so Didi used that 2 days ago, so he can't use it again for another 5 days.
Wait,
Oh,
did he use divine intervention?
He
Wait,
used
yeah,
divine
it
intervention.
works.
Temerity's gonna just like turn or like whip around at Dee Dee and be like, "Wait, you can do that every week?"
Yeah. It's honestly, I didn't think it would work. It's kind of like throwing a needle in a haystack, you know. But for some reason, it worked this time.
I need to get whatever you and Brev are on. Well, that's awesome, kid. So,
Thank you.
what y'all want to do first?
I'm not sure if you exactly want what I have, considering my powers have been oddly inconsistent over the last couple of days.
Brev,
Really?
I'm not going to stop calling you a cement block, but would be very interested in talking about that sometime.
Hmm.
Wait, so Temerity, do you still want to look for that ghost?
Uh, we have so many things we should do. I'll.
Didn't we still have to go communicate with with someone in the marketplace? Like,
Um.
have we completely spaced on that task?
Oh yeah, we had a thing to do.
Oh shit.
We didn't even do the thing.
This was all
Wait,
in character, so we're just gonna like run back to the marketplace.
Yeah, let's head back.
what did y'all have to do in the marketplace?
There was an informant with an address.
Yeah.
No, Valerie gave y'all that address to walk around to find. No, y'all weren't looking for an informant. She gave y'all that address. The address is the marketplace.
Hmm.
I'm
So
so sorry if that was confusing. Y'all weren't looking for a person at the marketplace.
Oh,
Y'all were looking. It's because the Boros typically walk through the marketplace.
mm, that's and that's sus. Also, I should comment on the fact that we're if we're going to start looking, the best place to start looking would be before my boss. We can get more answers from Agatha and Valerie.
Okay,
If
so what do y'all
if
want to talk to
anything, my
first?
meeting with Armin will probably just be me rediscussing enforcer layouts and potentially a contingency should the Boris and Selesnya decide they want to enact a police state.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, once SJ gets back, let's take a 5 minute break.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
We'll be back at 8:10.
All right. I am going to say something on the private chat. This is all out of character, by the way.
Does that stuff still work? I thought it was. I thought it went
We would have to
under.
get. Don't say anything.
Well, she's not here.
Yeah, it doesn't mean she's not listening in.
LMAO, I was muted. We're back.
We're scheming against you.
Okay. Roll call. Fahak. Fahak? Okay. Didi.
Yep.
Brev.
Here.
Temerity. Temerity.
She might be muted.
SJ.
Sorry, does SJ use she, her pronouns?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Paging SJ. Paging Dr. Rayner to the OR.
Oh, Temerity, you're muted. Might have went AFK again. Been kind of
Yeah,
up and
she
down.
said she'll be back.
She's been kind of up
And
and
then
down for a bit.
And then she posted back.
Might be inconsistent right now because of something else.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, we can wait.
I don't think she wants us to wait. She says she'll just go with wherever we want to go.
Okay.
From the sound of her message.
I just thought of something. Olivia,
Mm-hmm.
we probably at some point need to get an appointment with Chase.
Homie, that's like trying to get an appointment with, like...
I think he's going to give us some room considering. But,
Hey.
considering
Sorry.
he literally did he literally did a little ceremony about us.
Yeah,
That's
he likes us.
it's like so if we literally we're just like, hey Jay, some fucked up shit's coming going on. You wanna we need to talk to you. I'm pretty sure he might be open to that.
Homies off world duplicating artifacts in other planes of existence right now.
Well, the thing is, I have the sending spell prepared, which can reach different planes.
This
So
does
if
it?
yeah, well, it has a 5% chance to just fail. But
Let me
if
see.
what I'm thinking is if we think of the right things to say, we could maybe persuade him to come here and talk to us.
Okay.
Like, hey, Jason, another dog is gonna destroy all of your shit.
Like, would he care about that though? I don't know.
When I got back, everyone was muted, so I thought there might be a dinner break. So I go put up dinner. I went to put up dinner. What's up?
Okay, we're talking about contacting Jace.
Yeah.
Cool. It's a possibility.
And
Do it.
and as a matter of fact, your buddy is correct. So we just send two messages with a sending stone.
Why not?
Okay. Okay, your
Get up
sending stones,
the.
cannot cross planes.
You're
But
okay.
the sending spell can.
Yes. You also realize that we have the sending spell.
Yes, that's I'm not. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our sending stones only work between the five of us, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And other people who y'all have connected your sending stones with. So Brev has connected his with Armin's,
Oh,
and
okay.
etc. Excuse me.
So I think Jace maybe should be a last resort. Should we talk to the other people first?
No, we're making this a contingency right now because if we fail at any point, then he's gonna come back to a Ravnica that he probably won't recognize.
Okay, type
That's
out
fair.
20 words
All
and
right.
roll a d20.
And we're also going to do this twice.
Well, what are we gonna
Okay,
say?
how are we gonna prove that for him to send him a message saying like, hey, Jace,
Just keep
Jace,
sending him messages.
Jace,
No.
hey, hey, Jace,
Are we there yet? Are you here yet?
All
got a
right.
message?
I'm going to.
Y'all really like pissing off gods for whatever reason.
So, but what do we say that would
Or
actually?
not gods, plane. What I guess Jace wouldn't be a god, he would be a planeswalker.
Okay, pissing. Okay, I have a serious question. Why do you think we're pissing him off? Please explain that logic.
No,
Just,
just
just
sending him just sending him a message
Yeah.
an hour.
If we send him a billion messages,
if
he'd
we.
probably come and wipe our minds.
Okay, okay. All I'm going to tell you, Olivia, is that we're only sending him two messages, and that is to make sure that the message gets through.
Oh, I know.
There's, if there's a failure rate, there's no reason for us not to do that. Even he would understand this.
No, no, I understand. I was making a joke because y'all were talking about sending him a message every hour.
All right. All right. So who's making the message? Do you guys want me to make it, or
Uh, I just, I can make it. I just need to know. Yeah, what do we want to say?
Hey, Jace, the goddess is gonna destroy Ravnica, hype?
no? We're gonna send.
Maybe.
You
Okay.
have if y'all want to
That's
think this
true.
over, if y'all want to think this over between now and next session, we can start next session with a message to Jace.
I think that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Because as far as y'all know, he is out of town.
Yeah,
Because
he
y'all
might
don't
not
think
even.
he's a planeswalker.
Yeah,
We
he
know,
might
or
not
we.
even respond.
Y'all know, like literally no one knows.
Okay, I figured.
As far as y'all know, he's on the other side of the planet,
Yeah.
slaying mad poon.
Maybe he's doing that on a different planet.
Oh no, that's no. So in my mind, that is the only reason Jace leaves Ravnica is because he fucked a man's wife, and he's like, well, I gotta get out of here.
Wow.
Fun fact.
Oh my
That's
god,
why.
God.
Fun fact. That's why my grandfather left, abandoned my 17-year-old father in Lafitte.
Oh, yikes.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's well, I was on the other end of that. My Swedish great grandma got
All right.
it turns out that we were a secret family.
That's
The
amazing.
Yeah, like the reason my mom's name is Berkman from Björkman instead of Gusterson like it's supposed to be is because Gusterson, the dude, um, had kids with a lady named Björkman, and she was the secret family, so they had to leave Sweden.
That's
Jeez.
amazing.
Yeah.
No, my dad told me that he was like hanging out in the living room one day and like smoking weed with his buddies, and his dad came into the house, started packing, and was like, "Okay, Chris, let's go back to Florida." And my dad was like, "But I like it here. I have friends here." And my grandfather was just like, "Okay, if you want to stay, stay. I'm headed back to Florida." And it wasn't until a few years later he asked, like, "Dude, why'd you just abandon me in Lafitte? I was 16." And my grandfather just straight up was like, "Yeah, I fucked another man's wife. He was coming to kill me, so I left town."
Fuck.
Well, that certainly narrows it down. All right. Well, I have something of an idea for the message I'm going to write. Anyway.
What about something like this?
We don't want to be too smug with him. It's like, isn't it your job? It's like we're not calling him out per se. We're just trying to get him to come back.
Clarence, 8 foot. That's my favorite Boudreaux Thibodeau joke.
Ah, you should tell it again.
I'll tell it towards the end of the session before we wrap up for the night.
Maybe
Uh,
we put a please in there somewhere.
yeah, I think we can fit another word. I'm just thinking, like, in would Dee Dee put a please in there though?
Well,
Probably.
would Dee Dee ask the group to review the message?
I mean, to be
I mean,
fair,
the
like,
kid would, for
The
sure.
adults wouldn't even.
Would he actually do it though? Yeah, with something this serious, he wouldn't fuck around.
yeah, we'll.
Oh, fuck around and find out. That's been like the slogan of the campaign.
Let me do something real quick. I'm gonna cast commune. I'm gonna commune with the traveler.
Wait, what? Oh boy.
Uh, commune. So
Oh
I.
god, get arrested.
Oh, it's a ritual. I didn't even know it was a ritual. Okay. I'm gonna cast it as a ritual. So I can ask my deity up to 3 questions. They have to have a yes or no answer. Cool, Olivia?
Roll evens or odds. Say evens or odds, and then roll a d20.
Oh no.
I don't like where this is going. Okay. I'm gonna say evens.
You're technically communing with two gods right now. If it's a nat 20, it would be kind of funny to me if, like, hey, Olivia, you should make it so that in this occasion, that if Dee Dee rolls like a nat 20, it's literally like he communes with both travelers.
Oh my
See,
god.
no,
Yes.
okay, so you rolled odds, so I get to choose which traveler
Or
you're
two.
praying to. Um, so you kind of like snuggle up over your favorite book about the traveler, and you hear the same deep, booming voice you heard in the hospital when he spoke to you.
My eyes roll. Hi, traveler.
The young
Great to see
cleric.
you again.
The young cleric.
Yup. Yup.
How How's the gift I bestowed upon you treating you?
Oh, it's useful. My parents don't like it though, but I honestly I think it looks really cool.
Glad you're enjoying that.
Yeah, so I just had a couple questions real quick. That's cool with you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Ask away.
Um, could Jace Bellerin help us defeat? Um, no. Could do you think it's possible that we could convince Jace Bellerin to help us against Athena?
Jace Bellerin, the mage.
Yeah, the super powerful, almost god guy.
I am familiar with him. I believe so.
Okay. Um, and by the way, party, if you think of any questions, I'm open to suggestions. The second one is going to be about Levias.
Uh huh.
Gonna ask, do I have something in my arsenal that can cure Levias's ailment? In my magical arsenal, I mean.
Levias, give me a second. And you feel him, you feel something in your mind. You feel this heavy presence in the back of your mind, and he goes, ah, now that I know who you were speaking of, the Warforged is a simple restoring his memories. You will have to. No, you do not.
Simply ripping the piece of metal welded over his mouth unsilence him? I mean, that's probably
Didi,
not
Yeah,
a question for a god.
yeah,
that's
Didi has to ask it.
yeah. I don't mind asking that. Um, anybody else have anything?
How about the traveler? The, how do you ask a god how to beat another god, and what secrets would play?
I could ask if
Ask
he could help us,
ask if there's a way. Ask if there is a way to beat Athena on Ravnica.
like us do it,
We're
or
literally like this is like if I'm being honest, this is Brev just reaching out for any contingency and any plan possible because like the only way I find to defeat Athena is to overwhelm her with overcomplication.
yeah,
At least
yeah.
from
I
at least
see what you mean.
What are you gonna ask?
Um, I don't feel like we'll get a good answer from that kind of question. Um,
Because the answers are yes, no, and
yeah,
unclear.
yeah. So I'm just gonna ask Fahak's question. Um, if could we remove the thing on his mouth and fix him up on Levias? I mean,
A Warforged is metal, so yes. Now I must attend to those who travel with me, as to the others who travel with me. I bid you today. And you feel his presence leave, and the spell ends.
Dee Dee's like a little scared. Yeah, it's always a pleasure. I guess.
You okay, Dee Dee?
you probably
I'm
just
getting used to that guy.
I take it you had a conversation with the fellow in the hospital.
Yeah, it was the same one. That's the second time. Uh, I'm kind of missing the old guy. It's just I'm like a dual cleric right now. This is fucked up.
Yeah.
This is what you get for praying to two different gods.
Shady fucking guy.
I mean, to be fair, until the other traveler came around, we had no idea there was that many travelers.
Yeah, I tell everybody, yeah, we can fix him. We just need to get him alone.
Is that going to be our plan for this evening?
I mean,
Because
I like
because to be honest, all I have to at this point, I could just ask. I could see about watching troop movements. I know if anything that Levias will probably be closer to Athena. So I'm not trying to grab him in the mists of the night. It may not work.
Ooh, Levias heist.
You want to steal him from Sunhome?
Didi,
Yes.
you're gonna get your goddamn heist.
Yes.
I literally
Oh
wrote a
my
hook.
god.
Levias heist.
I've already written a hook for you to get a heist.
We have to.
It's just not this hook.
Oh. Then we get two heists.
Yeah, I mean, if y'all want to heist, I'm not gonna railroad y'all. If y'all want to go fucking kidnap Levias.
He could give us information.
Yeah, and if we can get him, I would enjoy causing him pain by ripping that thing off his mouth. So I mean helping him by ripping that thing off his mouth.
Okay,
Very funny. Hey,
Horrifying.
y'all have.
are
Okay.
you sure we're not running an evil campaign over here? What the fuck?
You know what? That's what I always. Okay, but I always talk to Ian about this, where I'm like, me, I want to run a good campaign. My players every 5 seconds. Let's beat this baby up and steal and do a fucking heist.
Lawful. I'm to be fair. I'm also like my character's also heavily lawful neutral. But he's starting to lean. I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting to lean towards that other option right now because like the plans that I have in store are not gonna be pretty.
Okay. I feel like Armin could be talked to by Brev, and Agatha could just be talked to. So I want to keep it as a group thing. So, would y'all prefer to talk to Valerie
Yeah.
as a
Sure.
group or something else?
What are we
I
asking
vote Valerie.
Okay. So, y'all bumble on back to the office. And Valerie greets y'all and goes, "Oh, well, good afternoon. I'm so glad for." She winks and goes, "Thanks for coming on my day off.
I actually just like went to a cafe and brought her back some coffee or whatever she usually prefers.
It's like just straight flat black coffee."
Yep. All right.
And she measures out she pulls out a little thing of sugar. She measures out her own exactly. She even levels off the spoon. It is literally exactly 1 teaspoon of sugar, and she even measures the milk measures the cream exactly.
Mhm. Okay. I want to ask Valerie something real quick.
Absolutely.
Okay. There's the Boros and the Selesnya that are now seem to be aligned with Athena. My question now is
She
where
puts her hand up,
do you,
close the curtains, does the sigil, closes the door, does the sigil, and then gestures for you to continue.
I swear to God, I'm going to get Armin to install one of the privacy lights in here. Okay. Uh, okay. Now that that's done, who with the Boros and Selesnya clearly under Athena's thumb, where do you think she's going to move next?
I wouldn't be able to tell you.
I
Literally, it's not that I literally It's literally I am unable. I don't know.
Okay,
It's not that I'm willingly not telling you information. I literally don't know the information.
that's fine. It's easy, but it's relatively easy for me to speculate that it's likely the Azorius and the Azad next.
Well,
The Azorius will take forever. We already know that. We both know that.
Valerie, do you know anyone close, like up in Athena's hierarchy that stays near her fairly often?
the only person I can think of that I know personally high up in the Boros is Levias.
Levi's. Right.
And of course the couple of contacts that I have, are you asking for personal relations?
Are you aware that Levias is he's not himself right now?
Kind of adjusts in her seat, and she kind of gets. She doesn't look uncomfortable, but she just kind of adjusts in her seat, and she goes, "Well, he hasn't been himself for 27 years, Brev."
I feel like there's a conversation about his history about to occur. But to be fair,
Did he not? Did he not tell you?
I mean to say that he has had his mouth welded shut. Or were you?
Why?
Because Athena didn't want him to talk anymore.
If we don't act now, he may be lost forever.
Theoretically, I lost him once, so I would. He's still a friend, even with our peppered past. I guess if y'all are gonna be working this case, y'all should, and working for me and help Levias, I should let y'all know what happened. About 30 years ago, I and Levias dated. Um, we fell in love with each other, and unfortunately, um, one day he proposed, and I had to turn him down. I forget the reason I gave him, but turned him down, and our relationship fell apart. And then a few days later, he had his accident, and the Boros put his mind in the warforged body that you know today.
For sure an accident?
Beg your
Eh.
pardon?
Levias's accident, was it for sure an accident or
As far as everyone knows, as far as he went out on a mission and he was shot, and luckily the was able to save his mind, just not his body.
did he undergo any personality changes when he was put in the machine body?
I mean, waking up in a war forge is feel. I don't know. He wasn't. He wasn't. He was still the quick-witted, plucky gentleman who I loved at one point.
Do you,
But
wait a second.
yes, Brev.
Are you to say you don't remember the moments you broke off your engagement? Are you saying that your memory is spotty of the day it happened, or are you saying that there's
The
not?
day it happened, I guess just after 30 years of working the job I work, it's. I remember the day he came home. We were living together.
I'm mad.
Came home.
You know what, Olivia? I'm kind of out of character. I'm kind of mad because it's like we literally just went and got memory water. Like this
Yeah.
would have been one of those times where
Nope,
that would
nope.
have.
That makes it better. Plus, it adds more stakes to whether or not we want another trip to the underworld, which we don't know if we do.
Got a lot of options.
You're
She
not.
goes, well, he he came home. I We went out for dinner. He proposed, and I guess I had one too many glasses of wine after the proposal because, like I said, the evening was fuzzy. I remember him proposing and me saying no. Between
Do you recall the reason why you said no exactly? Or is that also fuzzy? What I'm curious about more so now is if your memories were tampered with now.
you believe my memories were tampered with.
It wouldn't be the first time. We seem to have discovered an inconsistency in our own memories.
What do you mean?
When we went to the underworld, we brought back some
Her
water.
eyes get really, really wide, and she goes, "You went to the underworld?"
Oh, Valerie didn't know that? Oh shit.
I thought we would have told her we went to the underworld.
Y'all might have, but
Maybe not.
she just is kind of like,
It's
Yeah.
fine.
this is yeah.
Okay.
Regardless,
Yes, we did. We went. Are, is there a particular reason that's such a shock to you?
the underworld.
Our mysteries take a more interesting turn.
I
We
understand.
and I believe if you recall, the reason why we have this problem right now with Athena is because someone gave her water from, I believe it's called the River of Nemesis.
Oh,
That's the correct water, right?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And did so without, and some of us decided to give that water to them without informing the rest of the group. He kind of gives the rest of the party this like this almost snarl.
Well, yeah.
Hawk flips him off with his trunk.
Did
Anyway,
she do that?
wait, what's up?
I think a jester would just
Yeah. I
Fuck
got you.
does what?
just flips him off with his trunk.
It's like you just hold it up
Trying to
and
be sassy about it. Or like I don't know I don't know where they do it, but the one where you like do that thing with your arm to flip people off.
Oh yeah.
It's like that, but with a trunk instead.
all right. It's and then so, of course, when we went to the Nemesine, we also partook samples of the water. It's now no longer potent, but we did drink some, and we seem to have discovered inconsistencies in our own memories. We even recall the case.
Case. I have all your previous cases documented. What case are you referring to?
I have the. Do I have the? Will my character know the number of the case that's now missing from memory?
Oh, you could describe what the case file was, where y'all were tasked to go find um, missing Alzheimer's patients.
Yeah, I do so.
Oh.
She goes, missing Alzheimer's patients. I don't. She flips through the files. She goes, missing Alzheimer's patients. I don't have any recollection of that, nor do I have. I send a copy of every case file to Azorius HQ. Um,
Then the only people who would have information about that case would be Absorius HQ. Only problem now though is that if we're being interrupted by other forces, then
Perhaps.
then that information may already be lost, or we'll have to jump through some hoops to get it.
I sent it there. I sent a messenger to bring it, so she snaps, the sigils go off. She kind of puts her finger to her mouth. She opens the door and goes, "Meet you, darling. Can you get a messenger from Azorius HQ to come here? I need to find a case file that I seem to be missing." And he kind of perks up and goes, "Oh, Miss Stylist, do you just want me to go get it for you?" And she goes, "No, I'll need someone here to. I'll need someone. What is the phrasing that I want to use for this? No, I need you here to." She pretty much just tells him, "No, you need to stay here with me so we can work on some paperwork. Um, just have a messenger come over as soon as possible." And he goes, "Oh, of course, ma'am. Any particular reason?" "Yes, we're looking for a missing case file. If they can just bring the boxes of case files with them, that would be lovely." "Oh, absolutely, ma'am. I'll have them bring what they can." And he kind of smiles and he's like, he just shuffles a bit in his seat and he goes back to doing his paperwork. And he starts, you see him starting to prepare a spell.
I think I should go to the Demir place. That's their thing, is modifying memories. So if the records aren't with the Azorius, it could be with the Demir.
Okay. So,
Would someone want to come with me,
do y'all just all want to go?
or we could all go?
Yeah, we'll go. I'm for it.
So, Dimitri goes, "Files will be here first thing in the morning, ma'am." And Valerie goes, "Very good." And she looks at y'all and goes, "Anything else we need to discuss?"
I don't think so. Just be here tomorrow, Valerie.
"Oh,
Tomorrow's
absolutely."
Friday, right?
"Yes."
Yeah. Okay.
So, y'all head out to the y'all head out into the great wide yonder. You head into the sewer system, you go through this complicated path, and eventually you get to
Are we not going to the
this.
library?
Well, you want to go to a, a Demir hideout, or do you want to go to Demir HQ, or do you want to go to a Demir? You want to go to a Demir safe house, right?
Yeah, wherever the records would be, or could be.
So public records, quote unquote, public records
Yeah,
would
not
be the
those.
library,
Um,
but non-public records, just Demir records, would be down. You'd have to go to a Demir safe house.
okay. Yeah, then
But you know the route to get to the nearest Demir safe house. You go through this twisting tunnel, almost labyrinthian sewer system, and eventually you come to a door. And a man stands outside of the door,
up.
and
First
he
off,
goes,
should I have these people with me? Is the question.
um,
Like, Would it be okay to have guests?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You could just say that they're new recruits or something.
Yeah, okay. Maybe take off your insignias and stuff.
He goes, halt. What is a button's purpose?
What the fuck?
That's a weird riddle to ask.
Is that the password?
You've this is
What?
you've been to this safe house a few times, and the usual response is, and you haven't heard this riddle before.
Mhm. What is a button's purpose? Um,
What is a button's purpose, you say?
to be pushed.
That's obvious. That's too obvious.
Um,
Fahak or Temerity, do y'all have any thoughts on it?
Fuck.
Fasten codes?
Fuck.
What'd you say?
Just gonna go to fasten codes.
I mean, I'll vote for whatever y'all think is best. I got nothing.
So what do y'all want to say?
this is a hard one. I don't know if there would actually be like pushing buttons in D&D world.
I
I
mean,
suppose
to
Ravnica.
be fair, like the only this is kind of a roundabout question, not exactly a riddle. Like it feels like what is a button's purpose?
I feel so dumb.
I mean, you know what?
I
You know what's funny?
I'm about voting.
Cause, cause, cause you can literally just be like, it could be a button of a shirt or a button as in something you push.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So what's the purpose? Uh, uh,
Do y'all just want to roll for
Yep.
it?
What do we roll?
I think so. DD might
Uh,
be smarter than us, than me.
history or justify any intelligence-based skill.
Not survival.
History, investigation, any of the, anything that's recalling information.
Yeah, I got a 12.
Oh my god. Mm.
Oh, there you go. Temerity, you kind of recollect that buttons historically have three meanings. The kinds on shirts and dresses, or the kinds on clothing, the kinds that you push to activate something, and buttons that you wear that have like campaign slogans, and you think that the answer they're looking for is propaganda.
All right, baller. I am gonna. That's, I think, what we should answer.
Okay. I'll go with you on it.
All right.
Sounds good.
Better than what I was thinking.
I mean, it has the most to do with the Demir, really.
Yeah.
So you answer propaganda, and the man nods and he steps aside and opens the door.
Breathe a sigh of relief. Okay. I
Seems
did
like
not tell him thank you. All right, so I want to try to find a room with some records, probably ones that are not out in the open.
Okay, you start looking for. You go to a small little records room. You start flipping through them. Are you looking? What are you looking for specifically?
Anything on the mission that is just gone, the one that we remembered, that we kind of died on.
You eventually find a file that looks like Valerie's handwriting. It's way in the back, way tucked away in the back.
Holy shit.
And you begin reading it, and it is the first part of the file. But the second part of the file that is filled out when the mission is completed is gone. And there is a second file attached to it. So the first file is like, it's just a report of, people going missing, and it's Valerie's handwriting, and this is one of your typical files that you find. And then the second file is in a handwriting that is kind of familiar, but not. Give me, if you want to try to figure out, you've seen this handwriting before. It's just a matter of remembering whose handwriting it was.
Okay.
So, insight or investigation would work.
I'll do insight.
And this can be a group check. So, we got a 14, we got an 18, we got a 7.
oh my god.
Insight or investigation.
They're the same, sadly.
Fuck, you're like, that sure is handwriting.
Yeah, I'm just zoning out, assuming I'm not gonna be able to read this anyway.
Dee Dee, you recognize this as Dimitri's handwriting.
Son of
Shit.
a bitch.
Oh shit.
Dimitri's about to
And-
have some explaining to do.
And it's. Party left the office and very quickly followed the tracks to the lair. Once there, we were able to ambush and overwhelm them. Unfortunately, despite my best instructions, they still killed the child. Luckily, we were able to revive the child, steal the memories, and return them home as if nothing had happened.
I'm assuming I'm the child.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you hear a very familiar voice, and it's Dimitri, but y'all are facing, y'all's back is to him, and he goes, "Let's all have a quick talk." And that is where we are going to wrap up for tonight.
Oh,
Spoopy.
oh, you shouldn't have said.
Oh my god.
You literally. Brev is gonna say you really shouldn't say talk, pal.
Brev then pulls out his katana, teleports around the battlefield, slashing him 6 times.
Oh my god.